What is up? Welcome in the Flame Central podcast powered by Alcova Mortgage. Yes, Emily Austin is still gone. It'll have been like a month.
It's only been a month.
Since she's been on the podcast.
It's only been a month.
She's on, listen, we caught her on her bi-weekly vacation. She is out.
Yeah.
She's
in Key West.
Yes.
She is running the streets of Key West with her lovely husband.
Yes. You wouldn't know if you followed her on social media what she's doing. No, she's giving, dare I say, hourly updates of the vacation that she's enjoying. So
you go to Twitter, you go to Facebook.
It's everywhere.
You name it.
You name it. So really happy for her. Yeah. I'm sure she'll be back at some point. Lot to get to today.
She's going to get hammered when she gets back.
Oh, yeah. I've had so many people. Listen, here's how you know people are listening. Is the amount of text messages I've gotten from people that are like, oh, what? She's on vacation again? How does she get to take so much vacation? Like, I'm having to, like, almost defend her.
Defending her.
Which I don't like being put in that position. Yeah. I think we all understand that at this point, to have to defend Emily. Typically, I'm on the other side. But
I want you to get her in a locked door room, the office, in a very professional setting, right? And I want you to look at her and say, I can't do this anymore. I'm tired. I'm tired of giving you all this extra vacation time.
Yeah.
You're just chewing through it.
Right. We're going to get to Christmas, Joe.
She's
going
to be like, wait,
hey, I can't.
Christmas Day, Emily, I need you here at 8 a.m.
Yeah, right. Sorry. Hope you enjoyed that trip back in April. Yeah. Anyway, lot to get to today, including a fun interview with Kaylan Yoder.
Kaylan Yoder's awesome.
Freshman pitcher for Liberty softball. She has been a revelation for them this year, so we will have her on the show here in just a bit. Want to run through a couple of things from the weekend. But first, Joe, I got to ask, you a big solar eclipse guy? That's a big deal today.
It is a big deal. And I've been asking my sister-in-law, who's a PE teacher, and they give them the glasses at the school for I don't have any glasses. Do you have any extra glasses?
I don't, but I just use binoculars. I've got a good pair of binoculars.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, if you really want to see it.
And just stay with it the whole time.
Right.
Like you want to stay with it the entire time.
Don't blink or you'll miss it.
Yeah, don't blink, miss it. And if you can't see for a while, it's not a big deal.
No, I worry a little bit. Somebody gave me a pair of the glasses. They were passing them out around here. Yeah. And it's just like the cardboard. Like I'm like, wait a minute. Like I'm trusting, if it's like a don't look at it thing, hurt your eyes, and I'm trusting this cheap little pair. Like, are we sure?
I think you go with it.
Okay.
I think it's going to be
okay.
Roll
the dice?
My last major solar eclipse, I think I was 8 years old in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Oh, wow. They get them up there, huh?
Yeah, we got the solar eclipse up there. And I remember we built them at school.
Oh, is it the little box thing that goes in?
The
glasses,
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah. Okay. It's a big deal.
So I'm excited about the solar eclipse, but it's a little cloudy today, man.
I did see that. I saw some highway patrol or something tweet out, like, please remember, don't drive while you're wearing the glasses. So that's just for anybody out there that wasn't sure.
You know what?
Just wanted to pass that.
You know what? You're a big guy that I noticed that you would do.
What's that?
You're a big drive by yourself with a mask on, wearing the glasses.
Yes, triple mask. Right.
You triple mask and then you put the glasses on and make sure that you're safe.
Better safe than sorry. Better safe than sorry. I'm glad we can joke about that now.
You're glad we're able to joke about it now.
All right,
one of our greatest pictures every time of the broadcast. Remember they put the little plexiglass?
Football season.
Football season. They had to put a little piece of plexiglass, just a small piece of plexiglass that was supposed to separate Matt and I.
It was like this big in between us in the whole entire room.
Yeah, and then we took that picture of our hands together on it like this.
Yeah,
like we were in prison or something like that. We can't talk to you or can't touch you. It was great.
Oh, man. Yeah,
those were the days.
So much we could share from those days. Whatever. Glad they're done. All right. This weekend, let me give you a quick rundown of what happened. Liberty baseball, they're in first place in Conference USA. 7-2 Conference USA record. They took 2 or 3 from New Mexico State out in Las Cruces, New Mexico, which apparently ball flies out there.
Yeah, ball goes.
7 home runs for Liberty on Saturday.
Let's go.
It was like anything you got in the air, it was gone. So first in Conference USA, which, listen, been a little shaky heading into conference play. Yeah. Outside of conference play has continued to be like a little shaky. But, boy, they've done the job. They're one game ahead of 3 teams, I think, right now. Braden Horton started the year hurt. He was 6 for 11, 3 home runs in the series.
Bam!
Broke his hand right before the season. I don't know.
Yeah.
You tell me what you think, Joe. I think a hitter in baseball, and you could probably say the same for softball, coming back from an injury where you couldn't hit, like that may be harder to get back into the flow than any other injury like in another sport. You know what I mean? Just like the timing, all that has to take place. Like if you're a linebacker and you break your wrist, well, you can still run. You can still do a lot of things.
Still club people.
Still club people. Your basketball, even you'll see guys that like blow out their knee. Like they can still do like shooting drills and form and things like that. But man, coming back when you haven't been able to hit for a while, like that seems like one of the toughest things to do. It's taking him some time, but he's heating up now.
You know, it's sometimes the positive side of that is sometimes it's okay just to step away.
Yeah.
You know, you get into some reps, maybe do it, and you just step away, take a breath. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise. And obviously,
he's been
tearing it up. So that's good news.
They're at number 16 Virginia Tech on Wednesday. So they've had a lot of these. Like their schedule is stacked. We talk about softball, baseball the same way. All these midweeks against top 25
what time's that ball
ACC
game
teams.
Wednesday?
I'll look that up.
It's
for you.
at Virginia Tech.
At Virginia Tech. So I would guess it would be an evening game, but
you gotta beat the Hokies.
Let's see, 6 o'clock start.
We got
6 o'clock start on Wednesday. So yeah, it'd be nice to get one of those. See if they can get hot. Meanwhile, softball, they're also playing really well. They took 2 or 3 from Western Kentucky. They are also in first place. 2 games clear of everybody. They're up to 36th right now in the RPI. So they're playing really well also.
They're at 36?
36.
Kaylan's great.
Kaylan Yoder, I'm glad you mentioned it. We had her on, talked to her, been an absolute stud in the circle for them. So let's not waste any time. We got some more updates. We're going to get you a March Madness bracket contest update, mailbag, a couple other things that we want to get to as well, including Joe tells us about his vacation. Can't wait to hear that. But first, let's check in with the stud freshman, Kaylan Yoder. All right, Kaylan Yoder in the building.
Yoder.
There you go. There you go. The fans are going to be chanting it. Listen, what has this girl done? We don't invite a lot of freshmen in here, right?
No.
You got to do something as a freshman.
If you make the cut as a freshman,
you've done something. Last week, Conference USA, Pitcher of the Week. Here's what she did in 2 starts against Louisiana Tech.
It's called bringing heat.
Well, Louisiana Tech and Liberty, they're tied for first place going into that series. Here's what she did, all right? Because she's not going to brag on herself. Let me tell you. 2 complete game shutouts.
Shut up.
She did not allow a runner to get past second base.
Shut up.
In those. That's how dominant Kaylan Yoder was. Are you comfortable with all this praise right now?
Not really, but it is.
Look, she's got a $1 million smile.
I know.
She's got that $1 million smile. She's happy about. She's happy about what she accomplished. Go ahead, tell us.
Let me ask you this: when you're dominating like that, like, do you feel it? Like, do you feel like you're in? Like, you always talk about, I'm in the zone or whatever. Does it feel different?
It doesn't really feel too different. I feel like I do the same thing every game. Well, I'll try to do the same thing every game, be as consistent as I can. But it did feel a little bit different last week.
So. I would think so. Has the transition to your freshman, again, you're coming into college softball.
Yeah.
Obviously, Liberty plays. We know the team's dot schedules. She's not taking it easy on you guys.
Yoder ain't scared.
No, do you feel like, was that transition been harder, easier? What's the transition been like now in your first year?
It hasn't really been that hard. Like the first couple weeks of the season, I just tell myself, don't play like a freshman. Just like go out there and do what you did, what you've been doing, dominate, and just play ball.
Just play ball. It's that easy.
So
this is why she's successful.
So smooth.
Cool, calm, collected.
Yes.
I try.
Is that how are you on the mound? Are you like the silent assassin? I can tell like this right now. Or as you get fired up?
Actually, Joe, I'm glad you mentioned that. Can we throw up here in the monitor real fast? Like, I want you to look at those eyes. Eye of the tiger, Joe. You want to step in?
Goodness.
You want to step? I don't. You do. You pitch with a little bit of an edge.
Yeah.
I'd run the mile in under 6 minutes before I face that.
Yeah. We just zoomed in tight. Look at those eyes. That's eyes of a killer. Like, do you like? What's your attitude when you're out there? Do you feel like I don't know if there's like a intimidating like presence? Do you feel that a little bit? Do you try to portray that?
Yeah, I feel like I have a little bit of alter ego that comes out.
Oh, really?
There is.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what we like.
I don't know. I just go out there and act like I own it. I run it. Like this is what I do.
If you had to give your alter ego a character name, who is it most like?
Probably K-Swag.
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 I like that.
Yeah.
So the $1 million smile's gone. Yeah. Like when you step in the circle, is it kind of one of those like it's like Superman getting in the phone booth? You come out and it's just different.
Yeah, it's just different. I have a lot of fun like before the game, like anything, but I just lock in. Like, it's just totally different mode when I get in the game.
So when you're pitching a no-hitter, at what point do you start feeling the pressure? Or do you feel the pressure, you're so locked in that it just happens, and then it happens like, oh my goodness, it's over, I did that? Or is it, as baseball pitching, later you get in that game, you start feeling like, oh, this could happen? Do you get nervous? Do you get more locked in? What's your attitude as you get closer to that happening?
I don't really get nervous. I don't usually feel pressure. I don't really get nervous before games. I just try not to think about it. I just keep throwing strikes and just making my best pitch move. So,
how many different pitches are there in softball?
Well, there's there's a couple different pitches. You got rise ball, you got change up, you got drop ball, curve ball. Some people throw screw balls. Yeah, I throw curve ball.
What is kind of your repertoire? What do you throw?
Rise.
Most
straight rise until they start to figure it out, and then I'll make something else in there.
Oh, yeah. And it's been taking them a while to figure it out. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now, you were telling me, we were talking before, like, Liberty was kind of like, you knew early on, like, Liberty was interested, you were interested in Liberty. I'm always curious when someone then gets here, right? Because we've all had or heard of those experiences. Oh, coaches will say whatever. They get somebody on campus, not here, but in general, and then you get there and you're like, whoa, this is not like this is not what I signed up for. Yeah. What's it been like for you now that you've been here, been part of this program?
I was really surprised at how many innings I've been getting. I knew that I would pitch. I'm the only lefty on the staff, so I knew that would get me a couple extra brownie points. Yeah. I'm not a real lefty. I just pitch lefty.
What do you mean you're not like that's the only thing you do lefty?
I write right-handed.
No way.
I do like most things right-handed. Just like sports stuff, I do lefty. And then I hit righty when I used to hit in high school.
When you pick up a fork to eat, what hand do you use?
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I'm not a real lefty.
See, that's kind of what I did with my son. Is I kind of forced him to be lefty in sports, and he doesn't really do that in anything else.
Yeah.
So you've done that?
Yeah, he throws lefty. Like when he started to hit, I only would set him up on the left-hand side on a tee. Yeah, so he hits lefty. Yeah.
No one did that to me. That
just happened.
Yeah.
How old were when you started first playing softball?
I started first playing when I was like 7.
Oh.
Yeah. I wasn't like right out the womb coming out playing.
And she said too, there was a time where you were like, I need to get away from this. Yeah. It became too much.
Yeah.
And you're just like, I need to step away from softball. Tell me about that experience.
I was a freshman. I was going into my freshman year of high school. The team that I was playing for, they had just split, and it was just because of like the recruiting process. Like, we didn't have the name that would get us into big tournaments or anything. So they decided that we should split, and that was really hard because half the team went to one team and half the team went to another team. And a lot of people were waiting around to see where I would go and what I would do. And I'm like, I'm 14. Like, why are you like relying on what a 14-year-old's gonna do? I don't know. Like, I can barely pick what I'm gonna wear every day. Like, I'm picking what you're gonna do with the rest of your travel ball life. Like, I have no idea. And so that was a lot of pressure. And then the transition between the two teams was hard for me, just because that other team was the only team that I'd known, and we were really, really close. So, and I just kind of burnt out. Like, after that year, I was just burnt out. Like, I put a lot of pressure on myself, like, to be perfect and to have a 0 ERA and just like be impossible, have impossible stats. So I called my coach and I told him, I was like, hey, like, I just can't do this right now. Like, I just need a break. So I called him in like November, and I didn't pick up a softball, didn't do anything with a softball until May, and that was COVID. And I only did because I was so bored. So, yeah.
You need something to do.
Yeah, I was really bored.
Yeah. Well, it seems like you found that love for softball again.
Yeah.
What has it been like playing for Dot Richardson?
It's so much fun.
Yeah?
It's so much fun. Her energy, I feel like she has a lot of energy. I don't have quite as much energy as she does.
I don't know if anybody does.
I don't think anyone's
you
close.
Can't measure yourself up against her.
No, but I think that how she used to play, like all the fire and compassion that she had for the game, like I feel like we share that a little bit, and I feel like we're just kind of a little bit similar. Not all the way similar because no one is Dot Richardson. So, yeah.
No, I feel like I was talking with somebody recently about, they're like, oh yeah, late in the game, you came in, and they're like, oh, I knew it was over then. You could just see it, like see it in her body language, like it's over. And I'm like, I bet Dot loves that. Like loves players like you. You talk about that alter ego, playing with a little bit of an edge. Like, I bet she loves that in you because that's probably the way she played.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, She probably had a little bit of an edge to her too. I don't know what her alter ego would have been.
Oh, it would have been vicious is what it was.
Yeah. You guys obviously have been very good in conference play. And this is your first year going through, but Liberty's first year going through Conference USA.
Yeah.
What stood out to you the most about Conference USA softball thus far?
Probably how much the teams that we play, like, they're just underrated. Like, a lot of them aren't ranked, and like we're not even ranked, but like there's a lot of teams that we played that they're just like like criminally underrated. Like there's a lot of good hitting teams. Like I thought Western Kentucky was a really good hitting team. And like, yeah, they had, like, people talked about it a little bit before, but like people also talked about La Tech before. But like, I just think the hitters, like the other team's hitters are really good, and the pitching's been really good. So yeah.
What do you feel as if the ceiling could be for this team? And then with that being said, how much of a difference is there when you have that beginning of the season where you're playing this ridiculously tough schedule?
Yeah.
Then you go into conference play, right?
Yeah.
Now that you face those teams that are like, man, these are the best of the best teams, and then you get into conference play, is there a huge difference between those teams and what you faced early in the season to where you're at now? Or is it, man, this is a little bit, they're a lot better than you would think they were? And then with that being said, where do you guys feel as if your ceiling is in this season overall?
I think we have a really, really high ceiling. I feel like we have a lot of potential. Like the coaches talk about it all the time. We have a lot of potential, but there's been like a couple games that we really tapped into it. Like the last 2 games of the series against Western Kentucky, I feel like that just shows people like a little bit of how good we can be, and we just need to be more consistent with that. I think the schedule that we had at the beginning of the year, yes, it was really, really competitive, and a lot of the schools we played were ranked, but I also think like it's still competitive even within the conference. Maybe not as competitive, but it's pretty close in my opinion.
You guys have played, I don't know, like looking at that, was it Virginia Tech? You played midweek this past week.
Yeah.
Like, we're leading late. Like, you've been in so many of these games. You guys go, to UVA tomorrow.
Yeah.
You guys have been right there.
Yeah.
Out-hit them in terms of number of hits in a lot of these games. Do you feel like, man, we're right there at that point where you get one of those, like, there's no looking back? Like, you're just looking for that one to kind of get you guys rolling?
Yeah, I think so. I think our midweeks that coach schedules for us really help us. It'll help us at the end of the year, and it's helping us with our conference play. I feel like we learn a lot from our midweeks. Like we had Duke as a midweek a couple weeks ago. Like we've had really good midweeks, and I think that, I don't know, I just think that we've learned a lot, and I think we are right there. And I think sometimes it's frustrating because we're right there when we're not getting the wins, and it's really hard when you're not getting like some of the big midweek wins. But like we've learned a lot, and we can only go forward from there. So.
I was going through my phone here because my Virginia Tech friend of mine out of nowhere sent me the final score of the Virginia Tech Liberty
That was a
game.
wild one.
It was a wild one, and I was like, you guys were right there, weren't you?
Yeah, we were right there.
I was trying to find it, but forget him. He's a chump.
What do you, away from softball, what do you like to do?
I chill a lot. Like I'll do some schoolwork. I just like
That's good. That is important.
Do your schoolwork.
You gotta do your schoolwork.
How are your grades doing?
They're okay.
Solid?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't really do a whole lot. Like I sleep, I eat.
I mean, these are pretty normal things. Yeah, these are pretty
I
normal
go to the
things.
gym.
Yeah.
Like I don't really do a whole lot, and that's how I like it. So like it's not. Oh, I play beach volleyball every now and then.
Beach volleyball. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're getting hobbies. What hobbies? Give us some.
Yeah, I played basketball a couple of times with some of the girls on the team.
Did you play other sports in high school?
Yes, I did. I played volleyball and basketball.
Oh.
Yeah, she's an all-around athlete.
3-sport athlete.
Yeah.
In Delaware.
Yeah.
She was the Gatorade State softball player of the year in the state of Delaware.
I mean, was there any doubt?
Do you get any perks from that? Do you get like they send you any like, hey, here's a lifetime supply of lemon lime Gatorade? Anything like that comes with that?
They sent me like a Gatorade bottle, a couple pods, and
there you go. Well, if you come to the JPL, we always have Gatorade.
Yeah, Joe Yackett. So here's what you need to know. And actually, we should get softball team out there again. We did
we
this
did.
a
We had
year
a
or two
softball
ago.
team come out. You weren't there though. You were back in high school.
Joe has, where he lives, he built this massive pickleball compound.
Oh, okay.
The girls came out.
Have you ever played pickleball?
I actually did play pickleball a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
And so Dot, she came out, and the girls all came out and played one time. It's like a team building event. So I'll have to do that again sometime. Get you out there. Yeah, get you out there.
I wasn't that good at that, so I don't play that much.
Oh, so that's the way it goes. It's like you're not, if you don't just like aren't good right away, it's like it's not for me.
Well, no, not necessarily, but it's really hard. I just like being good at stuff, and I'm not good at that.
Well, let me tell you something, Ken. Here's the deal. You said when you pitch, you're like, yeah, I got my riser. I don't want to throw the curve at him. I'll hit him with the changeup, right? You're athletically, you're very multi-dimensional. You've taken your craft and you've just made the beautiful piece of artwork. Or when you're on the mound, when he goes on the pickleball court, right? He doesn't have any change-up game. He doesn't. It's just one speed, full speed, as hard as you can hit the ball every single time.
Yeah, that's part of my problem too.
Yeah, that doesn't have to be a problem.
It is my problem because I can't keep it in the court.
Oh well, yeah, that becomes a problem. But see, here's what I've learned: is if you just hit the person across from you, that's what keeps it in the court.
Okay.
You just drill them.
Hit him in the
so
chest.
that's what you need to do.
I'll tell my partner we're playing next week.
Right.
Okay.
That's
We're
right.
gonna have you guys out again. We gotta do that again.
Last thing for me, for yourself, we talked about the ceiling for the team. Where do you want to grow the most? Where do you see the most like room for growth for yourself?
Probably in my variety of pitches. I think that will help me throughout the rest of this season, but also like people have seen me a bunch of times now already. There's a lot of film that is out there on me. And I think if I just have a couple more pitches that I have good control of and can throw both and throw all the pitches I can to the best of my ability, I think that'll give me a lot of extra oomph, I guess.
Yeah, give them a little different look.
Yeah.
Make the adjustment back to them. Is that something that you feel like you have to tackle in an off season though? More so than in messing with stuff in season?
I think I can tinker with it a little bit in season, but I think off season is really where I got to do it. Like when we have winter breaks and this summer, like I'll work on whatever they think I need to work on too, along with what I think I need to work on.
Yeah, well, so far there's not a lot that from just based off what we've seen. Like I'm glad that you have things on your mind, but so far, incredible freshman
Did you
season.
say you had 2 no-hitters?
I don't have a no-hitter.
She had 2 complete game shutouts against La
shutouts.
Tech. Yeah.
2 complete game shutouts.
Yeah.
So in softball with rest with pitchers, how much do you guys need, or how often can you pitch?
I can pitch every day of the week.
So you can pitch it. So because you're going underhand with it, it doesn't put a ton of stress on your body.
And if I don't really get too terribly sore, the games that I've thrown the whole game, I just under 100 pitches or just barely over 100 pitches. So it's not that much on my arm. I threw a lot in high school and I threw a lot over winter break. So I think that helps with stamina and endurance.
She's a beast.
Well, she's a beast.
Come on. Yeah.
Well, is she the first freshman to make the Flame Central podcast powered by Alcova Mortgage?
I can't think of another one.
I don't think there's ever been one.
I can't think of another one. So here's what we need you to do before you go, okay? This is what we have everybody do. This is special Flame Central. We need to run this through the dishwasher. Flame Central podcast mug, right? I want you to hold it up. You'll look at this camera, and you'll say, Flame Central podcast powered by Alcova Mortgage.
Can you do that?
Can you do that?
Yes.
Kaylan, you got
This is it. This is your commercial debut, okay?
That's $1 million smile.
Look into the heart of America right now.
Okay.
Go for it whenever you're ready.
Flame Central podcast powered by Alcova Mortgage.
That's it. You know what? We've had seniors on here. We've had coaches on here that couldn't do it like you just did it. So congratulations.
Kaylan, you rock.
Kaylan Yoder. Get A.
Yoder.
That's right. That's when you hear that rising up in the ballpark next time you're out there, just know that started here. It'll start as a whisper, it'll grow. Yeah. Yeah. Congrats on all your success.
Thank you.
Get out there, watch her pitch if you haven't already.
When you on the mound next?
Do we know?
I personally don't know.
You don't know?
I have no idea.
Just go every opportunity you can.
Just tell where to show up.
Yeah, that's right.
Pitch in the parking lot if you got to. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just tell you where to show up.
What we say, K-Swag? That's
K-Swag.
K-Swag.
K-Swag in the house.
K-Swag. Thanks for coming on. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Kaylan Yoder, I tell you, you talk about the future. Look no further than Kaylan Yoder. What she's doing as a freshman, man, she's gonna be. She is the type of pitcher that you look at and say, okay, could this girl lead you through a regional?
100%.
Yeah. She's got the stuff and she's got that moxie.
She got the moxie.
She's got that.
You know what she has? Yeah, I guarantee what she has when she steps on the mound. She has, which I'm a huge believer in. she has the intimidation factor.
Yes.
I mean, you can just tell, like, she's got that confidence to her.
Yeah.
She's got sort of low key, right? And then she starts pitching. You're like, oh my goodness.
She's got
this girl is the real deal. And then she's got a little,
See, this is what I was telling my son just a couple days ago. Like, when you're playing, like, it's all right to have a little bit of a, like, when you're, like, he's pitching and all. I'm like, when you're out there, like, have a little bit of edge to you.
Right.
Like, that guy's trying to beat you.
Yeah.
Like, let's go.
All he needs to do is bring him to a Tuesday night, come watch you play pickle, and then you'll see what an edge is.
There's a reason
I'll see what an edge is. I'm going to bring
There's a reason my family hasn't seen that side of
example you set for your son on how to compete.
Yeah, well,
racket throwing.
Yeah.
Taking people's heads off.
Right. Yeah.
Right? Sometimes it's okay if a pitcher, if a batter wants to come at you.
You step between those lines.
Exactly.
In all three go just like Kaylan.
And especially at an age group, that's the right thing to teach them.
Right.
Right?
Right.
If they need to fight, let's fight.
Let's do it right. Let's go. Always be ready. If that's what it takes, do whatever it takes. Parenting advice, right? Coming from Matt and Joe. Yeah.
Rec league coaching.
Hey, we're down to the finish in our Flame Central podcast, March Madness Bracket Challenge.
This is not going to be good for me.
Well, it's not good for you. I don't even know where you're ranked in this thing. I can't.
I finished 18th out of 20 in my family one.
Oof, that's not good.
Yeah, that's not good.
So right now, the leader, and I don't know how I feel about this.
Don't even say it.
It's no. But it's the same person apparently submitted 2 brackets.
Oh, it's a double bracket.
And they're in first and second place right now.
Get out of here.
Ken T. Husker Dude. Picks 1, he had Purdue winning it all. Picks 2, he had UConn winning it all. And that's the one that's winning it. Right?
Is he a Nebraska guy or something like that?
He must be a Nebraska.
So he's in 1 and 2?
He's 1 and 2 right now. Now there is.
Do you know where he's from?
I don't. That's all I know about him.
That's all you got.
There is another person. And it's kind of a SKLWB 1985's picks, who's also tied with him for second right now. That has UConn winning, so maybe.
Oh, has UConn winning?
Yeah, but so does his team that's leading.
He can't make any
He's going to win. He's going to
win. He's got wrapped up.
He's going to win. So email us, Ken T. Husker Dude.
Take the number 2. Yeah. Let's make an executive decision, Matthew. Yeah. Take the number 2, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, and switch his championship pick to Purdue.
I think I can do that.
I think you can do that. Power. I think you have the power to do that, and then you calculate.
Yeah, I don't think I have that power.
Do you know how angry he would be?
Yeah. But Ken T. Husker Dude, email us flamecentral@liberty.edu.
And what happens?
Let us know.
And what happens?
So number 1, we can make sure we get you a mug.
Yes.
And we can figure out.
Yes.
We just sort this out. Like, we're just trying to, I don't know. One guy who was doing pretty well was our buddy Jeff Snell.
Snell? The Snell scoring system?
Snell scoring system. The Snell scoring system he had Purdue winning it all. So if they do, he'll jump into probably the top 5. Here's where
it gets a little dicey.
And I'll say this because let's do this. Emily's never going to listen to this podcast.
No, she
won't. We're in agreement on that.
She'll listen to the opening part.
Just see if we say something
about her.
See
what we say about her.
She's not getting this far.
And then she'll turn it off.
So let's do this. She right now is in 4th place.
No way.
I'm as shocked as you are.
Oh my.
And she has UConn winning it all. So if UConn wins, she's going to be like 4th or better. Let's not say anything about that and just see if she figures it out on her own. Because she has a tendency, she does this in our fantasy football league every year, where she forgets who she drafted, she forgets whatever, and then so we just don't say anything if she's doing well. Next week, let's just not say anything about and see if she's figured it out on her own. But yeah, it's going real well for Ken T. Husker Dude. Right now.
I have a present for Emily next week. I'm not going to say what it is, but I do have a present for Emily that we'll present to her next week.
Okay. I look forward to it. She always complains about you never bring her anything.
I bring you gifts,
right?
But I never bring her any gifts.
Right.
So I got her a gift.
Real quick, I want to touch on a couple other things, and I want to hear about some of your adventures. Liberty Golf is in Charlottesville today and tomorrow, playing on the Birdwood Golf Course. You ever play there?
Birdwood, yeah, oh yeah.
Have you played there?
Yeah, Birdwood's beautiful.
They're playing an event hosted by UVA, so they're there.
Beautiful.
So get out if you're in the Charlottesville area, want to watch them play. But on a golfing note, our old buddy Kieran Vincent, playing on the Live Tour. Finished, they were in Miami here this past weekend. Finished tied for 24th, finished tied with Dustin Johnson, by the way.
Really?
So he, just for that, got a cool $195,000.
Stop it.
Meanwhile, his team, Legion 13,
you should
also
join the
won
Live Tour.
The Live Tour?
Yeah. With that kind of money?
Yeah, if they
the way you strike the golf ball.
I'm a natural striker of the ball.
There's no doubt.
Natural striker.
I'm sorry. Tell me what you're.
His team. He's on with John Rahm. They also won the team event.
So he's still on the team with John Rahm?
Yeah. So they split up $3 million. So he probably gets, I don't know, he probably gets $500,000 or something, like at least.
That's not a bad day at the office.
So not a bad day. Which, by the way, and then I read Kieran had 2 really good rounds to start. Kind of struggled on the third round. But I saw this quote from John Rahm about Kieran Vincent yesterday.
Oh, look at you.
He said Vincent made a big putt at the end of his round that basically sealed the team win. And John Rahm said, to make the putt shows he has what it takes in the big moment. He said he had 2 fantastic rounds, and we're all going to have to watch out when he puts it all together.
Ooh.
How about that? That's one of the best golfers in the world, John Rahm. Saying that about Kieran Vincent, that carries some weight. And John Rahm runs that team.
Yeah.
So that's good news for Kieran. They're like, okay, this guy likes me, and he runs this team.
Yeah, keep playing.
Good for him. He's putting it together.
Playing. Now, all those live guys are coming over playing the Masters this week, right?
A bunch of them are. Yeah. And then they'll play at Greenbrier later this summer too. So a chance to go out and see Kieran at Greenbrier. That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah. So
you ever been to Greenbrier?
I have a couple of times.
I've never been.
When the PGA used to come through,
never been.
We would go on like the Pro-Am day and interview like Christian golfers and stuff.
Yeah.
One of the years, Shaq was there. And so I got to stand there next to Shaq while he played, that largest human.
No, dude, did you see when Purdue won?
Yes.
And Zach Edey went in.
Didn't have to step on the ladder to cut the net.
No. I'm talking about when Zach Edey went in after the game. I think I think it was this past game. When they came in the tunnel, Shaq was waiting for him there.
Yeah.
And Zach Edey walks up beside Shaq, and he's another 4 inches taller than Zach. Than Shaq.
Unbelievable.
That dude is massive.
Did you see
massive
your boy DJ Burns?
Big Burn.
His quote, like at one point during the game, like the two of them were just cracking up. And somebody asked him after, and he said basically something to the effect of, this was like in the second half. He told Edey, like, dude, you are just a big monster. Like, you are huge. Like, he says this during the game, and they just, laugh or whatever. But, like, yeah,
that dude is.
This game tonight's going to be a lot of fun. Who do you take?
I just think UConn looks unstoppable.
Yeah. I'm pulling for Purdue.
I'm going to pull for Purdue.
And I like UVA bounced by a 16, come back, win it all. I'm about done with the Hurley love fest.
Hurley has the ties to Duke, and that's all I need to know.
It's just like every national person just, the love fest for Hurley. I'm sick of it. All right, before we get to mailbag, you got to see one of the more unique sporting events that's going right now in the country. Savannah Bananas. You got to see them in action.
I went to we had our company, Alcova Mortgage sales celebration trip in Savannah, Georgia. And the crescendo was we took the whole group to the Savannah Bananas game. I didn't know anything about the Savannah Bananas.
It's like baseball / it's like a Harlem Globetrotter-y kind of like you saw it. But what do you think?
So it was unbelievable. So you've got like his stuff. It goes nonstop.
Yeah.
Right. So they start a clock. The game started at 7, whatever. Yeah. They start the clock at 7. You got 2 hours to play.
So it's not 9 innings.
It's not 2 hours. You got to get 9 innings in 2 hours. If you don't get it all in, then they cut you off, right? Okay. And then if it's tied after 9 innings, which it wasn't in this game, the party animals destroyed the Savannah Bananas.
So it's not like the Globetrotters in that.
No.
They always win.
That's what I like. I like the balance of that when they actually play the baseball.
Yeah.
Like there's no, I'm gonna mess up.
Yeah.
Like they're playing baseball for real. Like they're trying to hit, they're catching.
Okay.
One dude does that. He's like one of 3 dudes that do it. He catches like a fly ball, the center fielder, and when he did it during our game. He catches it. As he's catching it, he does a backflip.
Whoa.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Right? But it's non-stop action. Like the pitches, they pitch it, catcher catches it, baller strike right back to him. He's one guy with a big cowboy hat on while he's wearing it. The umpire does all the dance stuff behind the thing. It is non-stop action. It's a lot of fun.
Now I told you
fans are involved
beforehand that I figured if they found out about your dance moves, you would end up being involved in some way.
I thought I was going to have a shot.
But that didn't happen.
Let me tell you a funny story.
Yeah.
So Reese is with me. Reese was the one who knew all about, my 11-year-old, knew all about the Savannah Bananas. He was so excited to go to this game, and he was running around. They're doing T-shirt throws. They had so much stuff going on. It's like nonstop. And so they got this guy, I think he's the owner.
Oh, yeah, like yellow suit.
He wears the full
yellow
suit with the yellow hat and everything.
Yeah,
he's running through the stands, whatever, right? And Reese wanted a ball bat. Yeah. So he came with the idea. He said, I'm going to ask somebody to play rock, paper, scissors for the ball.
Okay.
And I thought, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Instead of just asking for a ball, like, okay, hey, kid, I'll play you rock, paper, scissors, ball. So the guy comes, the guy in the yellow suit, right, comes walking by. And I said, sir, he wants to ask you something. And I point at Reese. And Reese looks at the guy. You know what he says to him? He goes, can I get a ball?
He couldn't. That was it.
Yeah, I'm like, he's like, it was like, beat it, kid, no autographs.
Yeah,
right. Like, no, you're not getting a ball, kid. You're getting a ball, go catch one.
Yeah, right.
Like, I said, Reese, you're supposed to say for rock, paper, scissors. Like, give him something to, and he didn't do it. But what a great, and then right after immediately after the game's over, the band's playing out front.
Oh, wow.
They had a band.
Okay.
And then all the players come out and they sign autographs. And so the place is it's almost impossible to take it.
Yeah, I hear it.
It's almost impossible.
Barnstorming around the country. It's
they sold out Minute Maid Park. Is that in Houston?
Yeah.
Yeah, they sold it out.
Wow, that's crazy.
Major League Park.
Yeah. All right, let's get real quick mailbag. You can send us your questions. flamecentral@liberty.edu. Questions about anything, wide-ranging, on the field, off the field, whatever. If you want to know about our vacation policy, hit us up about that as well. It's in there.
It's written out. It's in there.
Got an email from our buddy Christian, who comes to us from Bonners Ferry, Idaho. Remember,
Bonners Ferry, Idaho.
We're kind of a big deal in Idaho. Yeah. If you didn't know that. Jeff Snell from Idaho as well. So a lot of Idaho love on the show. Yeah. He asked a few things, but the one I want to touch on is, transfer portal obviously so huge right now in all of college athletics.
Yeah.
He wanted to know, in our opinion, the best Liberty transfer pickup was who? He said, take Malik Willis and Caden Salter out of it. Who's the best?
That's easy.
What do you got?
Too easy.
Okay.
Bigger than Malik Willis and Caden Salter. It's Rashad Jennings.
I wondered if you got there.
Yeah, it's Rashad Jennings.
From Pitt, right?
Yeah, he came from Pitt. It was an LCA grad.
Yeah.
Right? Went off to Pitt and then came back and, played in the NFL for X amount of years, had a great career at Liberty.
Yeah.
And most importantly, he won Dancing with the Stars.
That's right. Who else can say that?
That would be my top guy.
Yeah, that's good.
Who else you got?
I was thinking on the basketball court because, there's been a lot of rumors and stuff going on in that sport here lately in the transfer portal. A guy that I think was one of the most important transfers Liberty basketball has ever gotten was Scotty James.
Scotty James.
You brought in Scotty James, tearing it up in China right now.
Yeah.
But what he meant to that team, what he meant to that team, he was a game changer.
Yeah.
His physical presence, scoring in the post, allowed everybody else to be really good. Transfer from Bradley. So that was a guy that stood out to me. But yeah, obviously the Maliks, Caden Salter, Quentin Cooley.
Yeah, I thought of Cooley.
Now it's going to be, I feel like, in the next 10 years, if we continue on this path, the better question will be, who's the best player that wasn't a transfer?
Correct.
Or that finished their time, start to finish at Liberty.
That stuck with it.
Yeah, I think that will be the bigger question, because if you're really good, you're going to have a lot of options, like every athlete in every sport.
Yeah.
So that'll be maybe the question 10 years from now. Who was the guy that started and finished his career here that was the best?
No doubt.
Before we go, anything else you want to, about your trip? Anything else that you saw?
Oh, about my trip? Oh,
yeah.
Unbelievable.
Anything else? Any other stories before we go?
This unbelievable. I'm going to tell you this right now.
Okay.
I find the massive convenience store Buc-ee's one of the most amazing places.
This is your first experience
on planet
Buc-ee's.
Earth.
Okay.
I didn't know what to think of Buc-ee's when I went in there. I thought, this is everything that is right and wrong about America. all wrapped up in one store.
Yeah.
Right? And I walked around the place. I was fascinated by it. And then we got up to leave to come back home.
Yeah.
and I was still confused about Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
And so I said to myself, we left real early and like, okay, we need to stop and get some breakfast.
Yeah.
I waited it out for the 200 and whatever miles it was to get to Buc-ee's. I said, I have to go back one more time.
Wow.
And so I got to see where I stand on this thing.
Yeah.
And so I walked through the doors of Buc-ee's again, and it's literally like a human ant farm.
Yeah.
I mean, people, it's buzzing, but everybody, it's all super clean. It's like it's an unbelievable place, and everybody's moving and going. And then it finally dawned upon me.
Yeah.
And I said, this is one of the greatest places in
the happiest
America.
place on earth.
I mean, it's a great place.
Yeah.
It's a great. I mean, but Matt, you can buy a painting while you're going into the bathroom.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I've seen those.
I mean, like I'm talking really nice paintings. They're walking in the bathroom there. And then I picked up a little something special.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We'll hold that for next week.
We're going to hold that.
Okay. All right. Well, good. Well, hey, listen, some people say the Buc-ee's of the home mortgage industry is Alcova Mortgage.
Wow.
Some people say that.
It gives you a great experience.
A great experience every time.
Great experience.
Not as many bathroom stalls.
Not as many bathroom stalls.
But who can say that? Give us just, Joe, because I feel like right now we're entering that time of the year.
Yes.
Where people are like, starting to get the itch. Starting to get the itch to make the move. What should I do? Who should I call? Yeah. What can people do right now to get themselves ready so when they find that house they want to move to, they're ready to go?
Well, now here's one of the issues. Okay. Is that we're dealing, spring market comes, right? Yeah. You start dealing in a potential multiple offer situation, right? And you want your offer to stand out. So we got to go ahead and get you fully approved beforehand. All you go to is alcova.com/Liberty, right? Go there, fill out the application. We'll have you ready to go, locked and loaded. So when you find that place, you'll be able to do it. Now, with that being said, guess what we're doing tonight? What? It's going down tonight, Matthew Warner.
What's that?
Our Alcova Mortgage's first big NIL deal with the Liberty Flames football.
Whoa.
We've got new homeowner and strength coach Chad Scott.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Just bought his first home. Quentin Cooley, Brylan Green. We're shooting a little video tonight.
Okay.
We're shooting a little video
in the
tonight.
NIL game.
Yeah. And that video may, at some point in that video, it may involve a flamethrower.
Oh, well, it should. It should. People have heard enough.
There might be a flamethrower in the video.
Good. Let's just keep everybody safe. Yeah, that's all we're looking for. All right, well, Joe, appreciate it. Emily should be back next week.
We're hoping.
We
miss her. We love her and we miss her. She's definitely not.
Right.
You got to take a deep breath to soak it all in.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
She's definitely not listening at this point.
Here's what she doesn't understand.
What are the percentages that she's listening?
She doesn't know how much falls on me when she leaves. That's what she doesn't consider. It's all about her. No, that's fine.
No.
That's fine.
Enjoy your time.
Yeah, enjoy it. All right, hey, we'll be back next week. Thanks so much for listening. FlameCentral@liberty.edu for any questions you want us to answer. We'd love to be a part of solving any problems you have in your life.
It's the Flames, it's the Central, and it's a podcast.
And it's powered by Alcova Mortgage. We'll see you right back here next week.
Bam.